Design and modeling formative assessment. Question number 1. Which of the following tools is used by engineers and scientists to document their brainstorming, sketches, design ideas, solutions, and testing results? Is it A, an engineering or scientific notebook, B, isometric or Cartesian graph paper, C, a design brief or decision matrix, or is it D, digital or paper portfolio? The answer is an engineering or scientific notebook. So engineers use engineering and scientific notebooks to document everything that they do. The example over here shows some sketches as well as a lot of details about what was done for each day. Question 2. What is the role of the team manager? Is it A, to document the team's process as they work on a solution, B, to test the model and give feedback based on results, C, to make sure the team works together and all requirements are met, or is it D, to present the team's work and final design solution? The answer is to make sure the team works together and all the requirements are met. So the project manager is in charge of making sure that each person on the team has a very specific job to do, and to make sure that as that team works together to solve a problem or finish up a project, that they're meeting all the requirements or the criteria that go along with it. Question 3. What is the responsibility of the recorder in a group? Is it A, trying on and testing the model, B, presenting your team's work, C, documenting your team's process, or D, making sure your team works together? The answer is to document your team's process. So the recorder is going to make sure that their notes, their engineering notes, are very detailed. They're going to draw all of the sketches. They're going to make sure that they document any design changes and document any problems that the team comes up with as they work through their solution. Question 4. Examine the ruler below. What is the length of the 3-block construct measured to the red line? Is it A, 2 3/8 of an inch, B, 2 3/4 of an inch, C, 2.3 inches, or D, 2.5 inches? The answer is going to be 2 3/8 of an inch. As we look at the 3 blocks that are put together, we can see that the end of the block, the red line, comes right to this mark. And to figure out the measurement to this, we've got to first determine what the ruler is, and it's in inches. From there, we determine the scale, which is how many parts each inch is broken up into. In this case, if I count these out, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I know that each inch is broken up into 8 parts. Once I know that, I need to find the whole number, which in this case is going to be 2. And then lastly, I count the marks passed. So I've got 2 and 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 marks passed. I put that over my scale, which is over 8. So my final answer is 2 3/8 of an inch. Question 5. Examine a ruler below. What is the length of the 3-block construct measured to the red line? Is it A, 4 centimeters, B, 4.3 centimeters, C, 4.6 centimeters, or D, 5 centimeters? The answer is 4.6 centimeters. So to determine this answer, we look at a ruler, and we know that a ruler is in centimeters. We know that we have a whole number of 4, and we've got marks past it. So as I go and I count these marks, I start at the 4, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And since we know that each centimeter is broken up into 10 parts, This is going to be 0.6 of the entire centimeter. So my final answer is 4.6 centimeters. Question 6. Which number identifies the front view in diagram B? Is it A, view number 1, B, view number 2, C, view number 3, or D, view number 4? The answer is going to be view number 1. So view number 1 will always be our front view because it's in the bottom left-hand corner. The view that is directly above it is always going to be the top view, and the view to the side of it is always going to be the right side view. This view number 4 is an auxiliary view. Sometimes you put the isometric drawing here. Question 7. For the object in diagram C, which of the following corresponds to the front view? Is it A, B, C, or D? The answer is going to be B. So as we look at our object, which is diagram C over here, we can see that this angle is always going to be the front view. This is always going to be the side view. And then coming from top to bottom is always the top view. So as I look at my front view, I've got a rectangle right here. I have a square that is directly above it and a square that is over to the side of it. So when I look at my views, view B over here has got the rectangle. So this surface here matches that surface. This one above, the square, matches this. And then this square to the side over here, where this edge is right next to, is right over here. So here's the square, here's the edge that you would see. Question 8. An isometric sketch shows what? Is it A, the natural or visual perspective appearance of an object? B, a quick small drawing with a proportional width and height? C, a two-point perspective view of an object? Or D, the true size and shape of an object? The answer, the true size and shape of the object. And so what this means is that when this is drawn, each side or each edge is exactly the same. So if this is 1 inch right over here, this would also be 1 inch, as well as this and this. On a perspective drawing, which is different than an isometric, images or edges that are farther away are drawn smaller. They use vanishing points, but an isometric drawing does not use vanishing points. It shows the true size and shape of the object as if we were going to make it in real life. Question 9. What do multi-view sketches show? Is it A, 2D representations of a 3D object? B, 3D perspectives from multiple sides? C, the height, width, and depth of an object in one image? Or D, the top, front, and back views of an object? The answer is 2D representations of a 3D object. D stands for dimension, so 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. As we look at our view over here, this is an isometric drawing. It shows all 3 dimensions put together. The height, which is vertical, the width, which is going on this angle, and the depth, which is on this angle. When I look at my front view, my top view, and my side view, or the multi-view drawing, each part shows 2 dimensions. My front view shows the height and the width. My top view shows the width and the depth. And then my right side view shows both the height and the depth. Question 10. Use the picture below to answer questions 10 through 12. So question 10, which dimension shows the width of the object? Is it 1.5, 2.25, 0.75, or none of the above? The answer is going to be 2.25. So on our front view, this left to right dimension is always going to be the width every single time. And so we got 2.25. Question 11. Use the picture below to answer questions 10 through 12. Question 11. Which dimension shows the depth of the object? Is it A, 0.75, B, 2.25, C, 1.5, or D, none of the above? The answer is going to be 1.5. So when we look at our top view, we can see that this dimension right here is 1.5. This is the depth. When we look at our side view, we would also have that same measurement or same dimension of 1.5 here, and this would also be the depth. But in this case right here, we can see the depth on the top view, which is 1.5. Question 12. Which dimension shows the height of the object? Is it A, 1.5, B, 2.25, C, 0.75, or D, is it the area? The answer is going to be 1.5. So as I look at my right side view over here, this vertical measurement going up and down is 1.5 inches. This is the height. The height is also seen on the front view, so that's why they match up. So this vertical measurement here and over here are both the height. If I go this dimension right here, this is the width, and then this one is part of the depth. And that is it.